Welcome to a new story in Over Channel. In the ancient land of Aurelia, a kingdom once filled with music, light, and magic, silence ruled. Its golden towers were cracked, its streets empty, its people living in fear, waiting for a miracle that seemed too far away. But destiny was already moving. On a night when the stars rained down from the heavens, a baby girl was born, Princess Elara. A tiny child wrapped in silver cloth, blessed with a glowing star mark on her shoulder, a sign that destiny had chosen her long before she could speak. But destiny does not promise an easy journey. When Elara was just a child, the queen, her mother, grew terribly ill. In her final moments, she held Elara close and whispered, "My child, your heart is your strength. Never doubt who you are meant to be." And with that, the kingdom lost its queen, and Elara lost her guiding light. Growing up, the castle felt less like a home and more like a place of shadows. The people whispered behind her back, "She's too quiet, too weak, too small to rule. She will never be like her mother." Every word cut deep. Every doubt became another brick in the walls around her heart. She tried to train like the warriors. She tried to study like a leader. But no matter how hard she tried, failure followed her like a shadow. And then, darkness returned. The sorcerer Malakar, once defeated by the old queen, rose again. With power twisted by hatred, he planned to claim the throne, and every warrior who attempted to stop him fell. Panic spread through Aurelia. People fled, soldiers abandoned their posts, the royal court collapsed. And in the middle of it all stood Elara, a princess no one believed in. Then one night, while searching through her mother's old chambers, she found something that changed everything. An ancient prophecy. Written in golden ink, it read, "Only the child of the fallen queen, marked by the star, can restore Aurelia." Elara's hands trembled. The prophecy was about her, but she didn't feel like a hero. She didn't feel brave. She felt afraid. Yet, in that moment, a spark lit inside her, the spark of a decision. She looked out over the kingdom, her mother's locket clutched in her hand, and whispered, "I may be afraid, but I will not run." And destiny listened. An old warrior named Aurelia came to her. A man who had trained the greatest fighters of Aurelia, now living in silence far from the castle. Courage, he told her, is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to stand, even when fear tries to break you. Under his guidance, Elara began the hardest training of her life. Days turned into nights. Nights turned into weeks. She climbed mountains, practiced sword forms, studied ancient magic, meditated under waterfalls. She failed, again and again, but every fall made her rise stronger. Slowly, a new Elara began to emerge. One whose eyes held determination. Whose steps carried purpose. Whose heart remembered her mother's last words. And when she felt ready, she set out toward the dark fortress. The journey was long and filled with tests. The forest of echoes tried to confuse her with whispers of her past failures. The river of shadows tried to drown her doubts. The cliff of courage nearly broke her in a furious storm. But Elara kept walking. For the first time in her life, she believed she had a purpose. At last, she reached the fortress. A towering black citadel surrounded by purple lightning and swirling darkness. Malakar awaited her inside, his eyes glowing with cruel amusement. "A frightened little princess," he mocked. "You think you can defeat me?" But Elara stood tall, her star mark glowing faintly through the darkness. "I am not the girl you remember," she said softly. "I am the queen my mother believed I would become." The battle erupted like a storm. Sparks flew as sword clashed with sorcery. Malakar's dark magic wrapped around Elara. Like chains, throwing her to the ground. Her strength faded. Her hope dimmed. She fell to her knees, exhausted, defeated. And in that silence, she heard her mother. "Your heart is your power." A warm light spread through her. Her star mark ignited like a miniature sun. Her fear melted, replaced by pure, unstoppable courage. She rose, transformed. A warrior of light. With one final, powerful strike, Elara shattered Malakar's darkness. The fortress collapsed. The sky cleared. And the kingdom was free. When she returned to Aurelia, the people wept with joy. They didn't see a weak princess anymore. They saw a leader, strong, brave, and full of heart. Elara was crowned Queen of Aurelia, the greatest queen the kingdom had ever known. Not because she was perfect. Not because she never fell. But because she never stopped rising. And that is your reminder too. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be willing. Your past does not define your future. Your struggles do not erase your worth. You are writing your story, one brave choice at a time. And just like Queen Elara, your light will rise the moment you decide to believe in yourself. Thank you for watching this story. If it inspired you even a little, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories.